shit, yeah.
Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of great most on true well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim to Sadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. On the pre-Shaman, I just want to speak on the situation right now with Saudi Arabia and Russia going at it. Oil wars, that's definitely going to affect a lot of, that's going to affect the economy in a positive way, actually. You know, I know they're trying to spin it like it's negative for the economy and the coronavirus is fucking things up, but, you know, you look at certain things, the coronavirus situation, or what they're claiming is the reason behind it, is actually boosting up the American economy. If Russia and Saudi Arabia are at war, right, and if brothers are doing the investing thing on Robinhood, right now would be a good time to invest into companies that do repairs. So AutoZone, that's pretty expensive. I don't know if Pep Boys is on there, but pretty much that's going to drive down the price of oil, all right, which is going to cause people to drive more, which is going to lead to more repairs. So that's the kind of way you got to think, you know, for the brothers doing that whole stock market situation. But yeah, so Saudi Arabia won't maintain their position, all right, and some people are believing that this is really Vladimir Putin doing a jiu-jitsu move to hurt the U.S. economy, right? Because if prices go down, the ones that really can't compete is the United States. If Saudi Arabia drops down the gas down to $15 a barrel, well, the United States is producing oil at $85 a barrel, that shell oil situation, because when the United States started oil fracking and pretty much going to using their own, the United States itself for oil, that cut off a lot of, that's again economic warfare against the enemies like China and Russia, right? Well, primarily Russia, which gets most of its income from oil. And this thing going on is, you know, don't expect it to last forever, because Saudi Arabia can't maintain that position, whereas Russia can. You know, Russia is a debt-free nation, and they're telling Saudi Arabia, at least this is what the public is saying, that look, we're able to do it. But really, you know, and this is what I believe the play is. I believe the play is to really come at the United States, which has fucked up the oil business for both these other oil players, man. Because just recently you saw Saudi Arabia, Vladimir Putin, he was being greeted by them dudes, man. And you know they must have sat down and talked, you know, which is furthering what we've been saying through the scriptures, that a lot of these nations that are allied with the United States are going to backstab the United States, because the United States has backstabbed them, you know. I mean, that would make sense, right? If me and you aren't making money, we could get together, act like we're fighting to really hurt our enemy, you know. I mean, that looks like a play. I mean, they're not putting that in the media. I think Russia Today, one dude spoke about it, but it makes more, at least, you know, when you look at facts, that makes the more sense, man. All right, so we already seeing, what is it, Habakkuk? The particular nations that have ate their bread with thee shall turn their back against thee, roughly paraphrasing. In the ancient world, when somebody says eat bread, that's how you would commence a covenant, you know, taking of bread and the taking of bread, and there was also salt involved in the ancient times, bread and salt, because what salt does is salt back then was used to preserve things, right? Salt was used to preserve things. So the bread represents the covenant, and the salt represents that, look, this thing is going to be preserved, right? Our covenant is going to have it's always going to be preserved. It's always going to be good. You know what I'm saying? With the salt. So, but the United States has broken all this treaty. You know, smooth words. And you know, the nations again, you know, pissed off at it. I'm talking about super close allies. All right, because what's another ally of the United States? Germany, right? Germany now is being told, look, you can't do oil deals with Russia. You can't build pipelines with them. So these nations are starting to say, man, who the fuck does America think they are, man? You know what I'm saying? And the reason the United States is able to bully these other nations is because of that petrodollar system that they got right now, man. Linking up with Saudi Arabia and OPEC, right? So Vladimir Putin, this dude is smart, man. He's like, okay, so you want to play that oil game shit? Let's play it, you know? And we love these things, man. We love these war games, man. But instead of games, we want to see war fights, right? We want to see war fights, and we're gonna see war fights. It's just a matter of when with this thing, man. All right? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. All right? Soon this whole theatrical WrestleMania stuff is gonna get pushed to the side. And then the real game, really, it's not going to be a back and forth war situation, because the next world war is not, man, as this dude Einstein said, man, after World War III, they're going to be fighting with sticks and stones, man, because things are nuclear now, and it's only getting more and more advanced, and these nations are breaking their treaties, man. What does it say? Turn your plowshares into swords, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck agriculture, fuck building up your society. Let's get warlike, you know? Now, as much as Vladimir Putin has been playing the diplomatic role, of we've been saying for a long time, he's been playing Mr. Diplomat, you know, let's not go to war because, you know, an arms race is expensive, and it fits the scripture so much, because the scripture said, look, the Most High is just going to put that evil thought in his mind, man, you know? And, you know, the nations have been pushing this dude's buttons, and he's been patient. But look, the Most High is gonna cause this thing to happen, man. You know, cause this situation to escalate very fast, man. Just like Babylon fell in a day on a sneak attack. The scriptures say this place is gonna go down in 1 hour, man. All right, and it's a matter of, it's only been 3 months in the month of 2020. It's only been 3 months in 2020, and it seems like damn near years worth of prophecies just is back to back. Just like how the Most High said, knowledge shall increase, and you know, knowledge has been increasing, and the more knowledge increases, we know we're closer to the end, and so the prophecies are moving a lot faster, man. It's moving exponentially, man. It's exponentially, man. All right, so eventually this thing is gonna pop. No, like air in a balloon. With that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakakudash, that belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations and hope for the elect out there. Akim Tesadakim, that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Expect Saudi Arabia to break up their treaty with the United States and these other nations to start leaning towards Russia, man. Not my words, but the words of the scriptures. Ezekiel the 28th chapter. Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Shalom.